Common Justice, the organization I direct, sits at the intersection of violence and mass incarceration. We do this because we know our current reliance on prison will never keep us safe. That's because those of us in the business of ending violence know that the core drivers of violence are shame, isolation, exposure to violence, and an inability to meet one's economic needs. And the core features of prison are shame, isolation, exposure to violence, and an inability to meet one's economic needs. It means we've baked into our responses to violence exactly the things that generate them. That is not a thing a nation who wants to be safe does. And so instead of that, we do accountability. Accountability for us is different from punishment. Punishment is passive. It's something someone does to us. All I have to do to be punished is not escape it. To be accountable, I have to do more. I have to acknowledge what I did. I have to acknowledge its impact on others. I have to express genuine remorse. I have to make things as right as possible, ideally in a way defined by those harmed. And I have to become someone who will never cause that harm ever again. But it's not only interpersonal harm that requires repair. As a nation, we have caused extraordinary pain. From colonization to slavery, to convict leasing, to new Jim Crow, to redlining, through to the present day. We have built our nation on blood and bones, and we have never told the truth collectively. We have never accounted for it. I've often compared the civil rights gains we've made to the kind of settlements that corporations or cities will reach, where they will pay out some amount of money on the condition that there be no admission of wrongdoing. It's like the change we've achieved so far. We say we'll make these advances, but we will never say why. And it's just not enough. I actually believe the steps for repair for this large scale of harm are not different than the steps that are required of us as individuals when we hurt people. I believe we as a nation, and we white people in particular, have to acknowledge what we've done, acknowledge its impact, express genuine remorse, make things as right as possible, ideally in a way defined by those harmed, and become a people who will never cause that harm ever again. Those of us in restorative justice work don't know everything we need to find our way forward as a country, but we know something about repair. And what we know is that the world that is possible on the other side of a reckoning is never visible from this side of it. And so it is my deep belief that together we stand a chance at building the future we all deserve, at becoming the America that we have never been but still stand to become, if we decide together to walk through that fire of reckoning and live in what exists just beyond it.